Hi, this video is going to be about outliers and their effects on a data set. Outliers are data points that do not seem to fit with the data. They are extreme data points. So if we take a look at this dot plot right here, we're looking at number of siblings, and most of our data points fall between 0 and 5. However, if we take a look at this data point right here, we see someone has 12 siblings. While someone may well have 12 siblings, that doesn't really fit with the general form of our data, which was between 0 and 5. So this right here is what we call an outlier. Now, outliers affect our mean and our standard deviation. So when we're taking a look at this dot plot, our median is going to fall somewhere right in here. But what's going to happen is our mean is going to get pulled towards the direction of the outliers. So our outliers are over here. Number of books read. 3 people read 10 books, where the majority of everyone read between 0 and 4 books. So what's going to happen is our median is in the middle, but our mean is going to get pulled towards those outliers. So the mean gets pulled. Also, if you remember, standard deviation is the average distance the data points are away from the standard deviation. So since we have data points at 10, now our data is more spread out, which means we're going to have a bigger standard deviation. So when you have outliers, they're going to affect your mean and your standard deviation. So you'll notice when a data set is skewed, it usually has outliers. Therefore, we must use the median as our center and IQR as our variability, because they're not affected by the outliers. They are a true measure of where our data actually falls. If we look back at this dot plot right here, again, most of our data is falling between 0 and 4. Our median is more represented because it's at 1, which is where the majority of our data falls. If we were to use the mean, it's all the way in between 3 and 4. That doesn't actually represent where the middle of our data is, or our average data. Again, the IQR, remember, takes away the minimum and the maximum. So our IQR is going to be kind of right in here, which is a better representation of the data. Therefore, if you remember, symmetric graphs, we use the mean to describe the center and standard deviation to describe the variability, because there are no outliers. But as soon as we get these outliers like we see right here, we can't use the mean and standard deviation anymore because they're being too affected and don't represent the data anymore. That's why we have to use the median as the center and IQR for variability. Thanks for watching.